If your living room feels harder to maintain than it should, it's probably coming from how it's set up to function. If your living room constantly feels a little messy, a little overwhelming, or like it takes more effort to keep up with than it should, it's usually not about effort. It's about friction. Friction is anything that makes your day take more effort than it should. And in small homes especially, that friction shows up in really subtle ways. Extra steps, extra decisions, nowhere for things to go. So today I want to walk through a few simple shifts that can make your living room feel easier to live in. Not by doing more, but by reducing the effort your space requires from you. Most living rooms aren't designed for how we actually live. They're set up to look good, but not necessarily to support daily life. So what happens is that everything starts overlapping. Your living room becomes a place to relax, a place to store things, sometimes a workspace, and sometimes a drop zone. But without structure to support all of that, you start to feel what I call daily friction. That can look like constantly adjusting things, always tidying but never done, or small annoyances throughout the day. And over time, that friction turns into stress. Shift number 1. Give things a place to disappear, not just land. A lot of spaces have places for things to land, but not places for things to go. And that's why surfaces fill up so quickly. This is where something like a storage ottoman or storage bench really changes things. Because instead of blankets living on the couch, remotes moving around all day, and random items collecting on surfaces, you have a place where things can be put away quickly. Not perfectly organized, not sorted, just contained. And that one shift removes a surprising amount of visual and mental noise. Shift 2. Reduce how much movement your space requires. This is one of the most overlooked sources of friction. If you're constantly having to get up to grab something, move things out of the way, or reach across the room, your space is asking more from you than it should. Good furniture placement and multifunctional pieces reduce that. Things like a storage ottoman that doubles as a table, seating with hidden storage nearby, side and coffee tables that actually hold what you use every day. It's not about convenience in a luxury sense. It's about reducing effort in a real life sense. Shift number 3. Design for real life, not just reset moments. A lot of living rooms only feel good when everything is perfectly reset. But real life doesn't stay in that state. So instead of designing for perfect, design for the in-between. That can look like having space for a throw blanket without it feeling messy, having storage that doesn't require constant folding or arranging, or choosing furniture that can handle daily use without constant upkeep. When your space can absorb real life, you stop feeling like you're constantly behind. Shift number 4. Let your seating do more. In small spaces, seating takes up a lot of room. So if it's only serving one purpose, it's limiting what your space can do. This is where multifunctional seating becomes really powerful. Things like storage ottomans, benches with hidden compartments, compact seating that works with your layout. These pieces reduce clutter, add function, and simplify your space overall, without adding more furniture. Shift number 5. Make cleanup feel automatic. One of the biggest shifts you can make is turning cleanup into something that just happens. Not a full reset, not a routine, just small, easy actions. That only works when your space supports it. If putting something away feels complicated, you won't do it. But if it takes 5 seconds, it becomes part of your day without thinking. That's what creates a living room that feels consistently calm, not occasionally clean. A lot of daily stress doesn't come from big problems. It comes from small, repeated friction in your space. And when your furniture starts to remove that friction, everything feels a little easier, a little calmer, a little more under control. If you want pieces that are designed to do exactly that, especially for small spaces, you can explore our collections at tinyoasisdecor.com, where everything is built to help your home function better, not just look better. And once friction is reduced, The next step is giving your space structure, so everything isn't competing for the same place, and that's what we'll talk about next week in our Living Better Small series. Until then, bye-bye.